All right, guys. So a viewer sent me a question on procrastination, and I'm not going to say I'm an expert in procrastination, and it doesn't directly, I guess, relate to skill building, but I'm going to give my thoughts on it anyways because I said I would try to answer the question the best I could. So he basically said he was struggling with procrastination. He understands the deadlines and what he needs to do, but he just can't bring himself to do it. And I think that fundamentally, this issue really comes down to whether or not you're connected with what you're doing on a personal level, whether or not you have actual internal motivation towards that goal or not. Because when I look back on times in my life that I was procrastinating a lot, like for example in college, I think it's because I didn't feel that connection to my skill. I didn't know how it would fit into my life. Okay. And once I started to understand more, like why I was doing it and why it was important and like how it could help me in the future, then it became easier to stop procrastinating. Um, Now, obviously, this isn't the whole story, but I think that's the number one thing is that too many people are like focused on things that they aren't actually fundamentally motivated for. And the unfortunate truth is that if you're not like fundamentally motivated towards something, if there's not like a reason and a place for that thing in your life, um, then I think it's very difficult to actually improve with that thing, to actually engage deeply with that thing. But things that you're fundamentally interested in, things you have an internal motivation, you don't care what anyone else thinks about it. This is what you want to do, and it has a place for you in your life. I think those things we can improve at very quickly, faster than other people. One time I heard like a great quote. I can't remember who it was. It was like a slightly Indian looking guy on Chris Williamson. Somebody can probably find it if they want. He's a very interesting guy and seemed very intelligent to me. But he was saying that like things you should focus on are things you can do for hours on end and it doesn't feel like work, but feels like work to other people. So for example, I love studying Japanese. I can sit and watch Japanese YouTube videos, even like at the beginning when I barely understood anything for hours and hours and hours. And like when I talk to other people and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I'm listening to, but I'm just immersing and I like it. They're like, what? How does that make any sense? But it's just something I could do. Or like when I was trying to improve at video games or Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, I could roll round after round after round and just love it. And for other people, that just may feel like strenuous work, getting beat down over and over again at the beginning of their jiu-jitsu career or things like that. But for me, I enjoyed it. Okay, it was something that was easy for me. I never felt like, oh, I don't really want to do that. I mean, obviously there are times when I had a little bit of discipline and I went and did it anyways, but I was always kind of looking forward to it. Same with video games. I would sit and practice training packs in video games for hours on end, and like I enjoyed it. I was deeply engaged with it, and I'd try to get my friends to do it, and they're like, no, I don't want to do that. And fair enough, if you really don't want to do it, if you fundamentally have no interest, I don't think you should be doing it because it leads to that procrastination. It leads to that, low amount of gains in the activity. But yeah, when it came to school, like eventually I realized that there was a connection to what I was doing and like how, the degree I got could help me in the future. And I think that helped me stop procrastinating as much, focusing a little more. Another thing that helped me a lot was having friends on the same path, okay? People to help keep you accountable, people to work together with, to enjoy the process along with. And another huge piece of the puzzle, I think, is the way you're using your dopamine throughout the day. So if you're spending a ton of dopamine, like in your mornings or before you engage with whatever skill it is you're trying to learn, then you're not going to have any dopamine left over for that skill. So optimally, whatever skill you're doing, whatever you're trying to learn, should be one of the most dopaminergic activities you do throughout your day. So sit and think about like what activities you're most engaged with during your day, where you're spending most of your dopamine, okay? And try to hold off on doing those activities until you've engaged with your skill already, okay? Or just in general, start to cut down on those activities. So yeah, this is my best advice when it comes to procrastination. I'm no expert on this. Again, I'm here to teach people how to like learn skills and stuff, but this has been my personal experience when it comes to procrastination And yeah, I slightly procrastinated making this video, and that's because I realized I didn't have such a huge interest in the topic, okay? But since somebody left a comment and asked for help on this specific thing, I did feel like I wanted to make a video for them, and I hope it helps some way or another. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please check out some of my other long form videos. Check out my shorts. Please leave a like and subscribe. If there's anything you want to know about building skills, specifically competitive skills, please leave a comment and I will try to make a video for you. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Thank you.